Have you ever stopped to wonder why fear, an emotion we often wish to avoid, might actually be essential for our growth and resilience? Let's take a moment to unravel this paradox. To start, let's dive into the psychology of fear and risk-taking. Fear, as unsettling as it may be, is a fundamental part of our human nature. It's an age-old survival mechanism that protected our ancestors from predators and other threats. In our modern world, fear still serves as a protective force, alerting us to potential dangers and risks. However, it's not just about protection. Fear also influences our decision-making processes, steering our actions and choices, often without us even realizing it. Now let's consider risk-taking. At first glance, it may seem like a stark contrast to fear, but upon closer inspection, we find that risk-taking is intrinsically linked to fear. It's about stepping into the unknown, embracing uncertainty, and yes, experiencing fear. But why would we willingly subject ourselves to such discomfort? It's because calculated risks can lead to extraordinary growth and resilience. Facing fear and taking risks enables us to push our boundaries, challenge our assumptions, and grow beyond our comfort zones. It's through this process that we learn, evolve, and build resilience. We discover our capabilities, our strengths, and perhaps even hidden passions. We become better equipped to handle future challenges and in turn become more resilient. Moreover, fear, when acknowledged and harnessed, can become a catalyst for change, driving us to pursue opportunities we might have otherwise overlooked. It can motivate us to learn new skills, take on new challenges, and ultimately realize our full potential. So, while fear may be an uncomfortable emotion, it serves a significant purpose in our lives. It protects us, influences our decisions, and when embraced, can catalyze personal growth and resilience. It's a powerful reminder of our survival instincts and our capacity for adaptation and evolution. As we see, fear, while uncomfortable, plays a pivotal role in our lives. In the face of fear, acknowledging our vulnerability becomes not a weakness but a strength. This goes against the grain of what many of us have been taught, that vulnerability is something to be hidden, suppressed, or denied. Yet when we stand on the precipice of fear, it is the embrace of our vulnerability that can empower us. Consider the story of Emily, a young woman who, despite having a paralyzing fear of public speaking, signed up for a local storytelling event. She recognized her vulnerability, and instead of shying away from it, she leaned into it. She shared her story, her voice shaking, her palms sweating, but her spirit unbroken. Emily's vulnerability became her strength, her beacon in the face of her fear. So when we encounter fear, let's remember Emily. Let's remember that it's okay to be vulnerable, to feel the fear, and do it anyway. Because, indeed, vulnerability can be our greatest ally in the face of fear. Fear is a journey, and like any journey, it requires a map and some tools. So how do we navigate this journey? Let's start with practical tips and techniques for managing fear and anxiety. When fear knocks on your door, take deep, measured breaths. It's a simple yet effective way to calm your nervous system and regain control of your thoughts. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. By staying present and focused on the here and now, rather than dwelling on past failures or future uncertainties, you can maintain a clear mind and a steady heart. But what about the risks? Here's where the art of risk assessment enters. It's about weighing the pros and cons, identifying potential obstacles, and making informed decisions. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often you'll find that the worst-case scenario is not as catastrophic as your fear might have you believe. Mitigation is the next step. Can you reduce the potential harm or increase your chances of success? Maybe it's about gathering more information, seeking advice, or improving your skills. It's not about eliminating risks entirely, that's impossible, but about making them more manageable. But remember, even with the best strategies, sometimes things don't go as planned. That's where self-compassion comes in. Be kind to yourself when you stumble. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, and they're just stepping stones on the path to success. Resilience-building practices can also be invaluable, whether it's through positive affirmations, regular exercise, or maintaining a supportive network. These habits can bolster your ability to bounce back from setbacks. In this journey through fear, it's essential to remember that fear is not your enemy. It's a natural human response designed to protect us, but it doesn't have to limit us. With the right tools and mindset, we can navigate through fear, using it as a compass to guide us towards growth and resilience. Equipped with these strategies, fear becomes less of an enemy and more of a guide. Now, let's meet some brave souls who have dared to face their fears. First, let's journey to the heart of Africa, where a young woman named Amina decided to challenge societal norms. She was told that girls shouldn't play soccer, but her heart yearned for the thrill of the game. Despite the fear of rejection and ridicule, Amina laced up her boots, and with each kick of the ball, she shattered the chains of fear, proving that courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the triumph over it. Next, we head to the bustling streets of New York City, where a man named Carlos, a first-generation immigrant, dared to start his own business. He feared failure, the language barrier, cultural differences, yet he pushed through. His restaurant, now a beloved local gem, is a testament that fear can be a powerful motivator when harnessed correctly. Then there's Mia, a single mother from Sydney who returned to school in her late 30s. She was afraid of being the oldest in her class, afraid of not fitting in, but she held on to her dream of becoming a nurse. Today, Mia is not just a nurse, but a beacon of hope to her patients, proving that it's never too late to chase your dreams. And finally, we have Jack, a war veteran from London who grappled with post-traumatic stress disorder. The fear of opening up about his mental health was real, but Jack chose courage over comfort. He sought help, started a support group, and today he's helping other veterans find their way out of the darkness. These stories remind us that sometimes the greatest rewards lie on the other side of fear. Each of these individuals faced their fears head-on, and in doing so, they found strength, resilience, and ultimately, success. Their journeys highlight that fear, while a formidable adversary can also be a powerful ally in our quest for growth and resilience. So remember, when fear knocks on your door, send courage to answer, for it's through facing our fears that we truly begin to live. These stories remind us that sometimes the greatest rewards lie on the other side of fear. Let's hear from the experts, those who have made understanding fear their life's work. In the realm of psychology, experts suggest that fear, though uncomfortable, is a critical part of our evolutionary development. It helps us identify and respond to potential threats. However, when fear becomes a barrier to personal growth, it's time to reassess our relationship with it. Personal development experts echo the sentiment. They emphasize the potential of fear as a catalyst for growth and resilience. By stepping into our fear and embracing it, we can unlock new opportunities and experiences that would otherwise remain unexplored. Seasoned professionals offer practical advice on navigating this journey. They suggest acknowledging fear, understanding its roots, and then developing strategies to manage it. This might involve risk assessment, resilience-building practices, or self-compassion exercises. Each expert brings a unique perspective, yet they all agree on one thing. Fear shouldn't be a barrier. It should be a stepping stone to growth and resilience. With insights from these experts, we gain a fresh perspective on our relationship with fear. As we draw our exploration to a close, we are left with a new understanding of fear. This primal emotion, often seen as a barrier, can indeed become a catalyst, a powerful force driving us towards personal growth and resilience. Embracing fear is not about becoming fearless, but about acknowledging our vulnerability. It's about recognizing that it's okay to feel uncertain, to tremble at the edge of our comfort zones. As we've learned, there are practical strategies we can implement to navigate through this fear. From assessing risks to building resilience, these techniques empower us to face fear with courage and determination. And let's not forget the inspiration drawn from real-life examples. Individuals who, despite their fear, dared to take calculated risks and achieved remarkable growth. So, as we conclude, remember this: fear is not an enemy but a guide. May we all dare to tremble, dare to risk, and in doing so, dare to grow.